Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this week's Calorie Crush. I've been away for the weekend. And I went away with fairly good intentions to make good choices off the menu. Did not make good choices. From the moment I got into holiday mode, so I picked up Lex from the station. I've been away to Hitchin for the resellers meetup weekend. I have to say that prior to that, my week had been okay. I hadn't been exemplary, but I also hadn't been, what's the opposite of exemplary? Awful, I suppose. I'd been okay. Picked Lex and Jordan up from the station Friday morning and we went for lunch, and as soon as I got the menu in my hand, all my good intentions were gone. Flew out the window. So I had a naughty lunch, and then we stopped at the services and I bought some M&S buns, and I ate both of those in the car before we even left the car park. So I was clearly in solid self-destruct mode at this point. We snacked all evening and then we ordered a takeaway, and I said to, I'm not sure if it was Heather or I think it was Jack I was talking to the next day, Jack Parrish. I said to him the next day, at the point where we ordered the takeaway, I knew I was not hungry. Even as I was snacking through the evening, we were picking at bits on the table, you know, Pringles and nuts and chalky bits and whatever. Even as I was snacking through the evening, I said to myself, at some point they're going to order takeaway and I'm not hungry. So I knew I wasn't hungry. I knew I was not hungry. Sure enough, the takeaway became to be discussed, and I thought, I'm not hungry, I'm not hungry, I'm not hungry, I'm not hungry. I'll just have something small. Now the thing is, if you're not hungry, don't have anything at all. But I'll just have something small. So I thought I would have a couple of sweet and sour chicken balls, and they did a portion that was 6. And I said, did anybody want to share? And Jordan said he would share. And I said, okay, well, you know, I thought we'll have half each, that'll be 3 each. Then when it got to the point where I was about to hit the select on the phone doing the ordering, showing you in my hand, you could have 6 balls for £5.70 or 12 balls for £7. And well, that's a bargain, isn't it? And a bargain is a bargain, and begorra, we were thrilled. So I ordered 12 balls. Jordan and I ate 6 each. Jordan was fine. That was his main meal. He had not been scarfing all afternoon. But I ate 6 chicken balls with egg fried rice, which I knew I didn't want at the point of ordering. I knew I didn't want it. I enjoyed it, but I knew I wasn't hungry and I didn't need it. So that's a mental deficiency I've got going on there. We went to Wetherspoons on the Saturday, and I experienced that thing again where the things that I planned to have on the menu that were reasonably calorie controlled weren't available. So that I was ordering on the app, and several of the things that I went, that's fairly low calories, I'll have that, not available. And then I just get frustrated, and I'm like, fine, I'll just have what the hell I want, because here I am trying to be good. Here I am trying to make good choices, and the universe is throwing obstacles in my path. So stuff it, I'll just have what I want. So even then, I was chatting to Jack during the afternoon. We were walking back to the Airbnb to go and see Jeff and whatever, and I think it's snowing. Snowing out there. Sorry. And I was like, you know, I'm within my calories. I'd forgotten that I had an apple crumble at this point. Had an apple crumble and forgotten it, or whitewashed it from my memory. You guess what you think happened there. And I thought I was within my calories. As long as I had a reasonably low evening meal, I'd be fine. And then when I looked at the menu and remembered the apple crumble, I realised that I wasn't within my calories. And again, I go, chuck it in the effort bucket. And so I ended Saturday over my calories. Sunday, I was over my calories. It's been a bad week. It's been a great weekend. Socially, I've had a lovely time. Fantastic to see people and meet new people. I met Brum Reseller. I'd never met him before. It was a lovely weekend. But diet-wise, it's not been good. It is Tuesday and I've got on the scales this morning. So I gave myself, this is something else I did. I told myself I didn't have to weigh on Monday because I'd weighed on Tuesday of last week. So if I weighed on Monday, that wasn't being fair to myself because that wasn't a week. So I'd give myself that extra day. And yesterday morning, that extra day I intended to use to regain some lost ground. If I'm very, very good on Monday, if I stick within my calories Monday and drink my water and all the rest of it, then that will really help me to regain any ground that I've lost by my bad behaviour the weekend. Anthony and I were going out yesterday morning. I'm having a trauma with the car again. Completely side issue. Something else is now wrong with the car. The car that has now cost me 50 billion squillion quid recently is back in the garage. There is a crack. I think he said the coolant housing is cracked out. It means nothing to me. I was like, oh yeah, and there's a broken pipe, and it was back in the garage, and they couldn't get the parts for a couple of days, and so I've got no car again. Leads me on to another segue into saying we did walk a lot over the weekend. I thought that might help. Apparently not. But anyway, Anthony followed me to the garage with the car yesterday to drop the car off and bring me back. And then he said, oh, I want some breakfast. So I thought, we'll go to the cafe and I'll just have poached eggs on toast. That's fine. That's a good breakfast. Cafe was closed. Okay, we'll go to the all-you-can-eat. And I can still be quite restrained. That was closed too. We ended up at McDonald's because it was the only place we could find that would give us any breakfast. And I had a breakfast roll. And I was talking to Natalie about this morning. And I said, that's a very weird thing. Because even having had a breakfast roll with a hash brown, I would have been fine if I'd kept a close eye on my lunch and a close eye on my dinner. I would have been fine yesterday. But in my head, I'd had a bad breakfast. In my head, I'd had a bad breakfast. And every time I tell myself, well, that's it, you buggered it now. And I hadn't. And I'm so frustrated. And when the future me looks back past me and goes, you're an idiot. You're an absolute muppet. Because I hadn't messed it all up. It was fine. I'd had a 600 calorie breakfast, which is double the amount. I usually try to spend 300 calories on breakfast. So yes, I'd spent double the amount on breakfast, but I could easily have brought that back during the day. That was not the end of the world. I have 2,000 calories a day. So I could have brought that back, but I didn't. Instead, I ate a cake, not a piece of cake, a cake, a slab of cherry cake that was like that. I ate that entire thing. And then I had, what else did I have? Oh, my brain. Bear with while my short-term memory kicks in. I also haven't tracked anything on my app for days, so I can't even look it up. I had something else yesterday. I can't remember what, but I know I ate more calories. I went over calories again yesterday. So when I got on the scales this morning, what you're about to see was not really a surprise. Here goes. I'm not expecting anything good. I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. That's, I round that up, that makes 302. That's a 4.5 pound gain this week. Oh shit. There you go. 4.5 pounds on. 4.5 pounds on. This means we take this poor thing, which again, I want to talk to you about this in a second. We take me counters off of here again. We are back to no weight loss, and in fact, I'm slightly heavier than I was 2 weeks ago, ridiculously. And it's all down to self-sabotage and lack of willpower. One of you commented on Calorie Crush a couple of weeks ago, saying, well, it's all about willpower. It is. I know it's all about willpower. What I don't know is how to harness my own willpower and get it to flipping work, because it worked once before. So I am now 302 pounds. I have had a good breakfast this morning. I am trying to start again. I've had my protein porridge and an apple for breakfast. I'm working today. I'm taking a chicken breast and vegetables to work that Natalie's got left over from her dinner yesterday. So that's my lunch going to be at work. And then I'm coming home tonight and I've got plenty of good food in the fridge. So I just need to harness that willpower. Yes, losing weight is all about willpower. I know that. I just don't seem to be able to control mine. Harness that willpower and work on this again, because here we are back to stone cold zero loss. And in fact, a small gain on what we started with. But let me talk to you about this. This is my weight loss journey board. And as you know, I show this every week and I love it. It has these little counters. There are stars and balloons or baubles or something that you put on, and you get a star for every time you've lost a stone. And I love it. And I bought it myself with my own money from Etsy when I started this journey all that time ago. And because I love it, I've always linked it in the description box below. And the lady messaged me when I needed some spare counters. She sent me those free of charge because she was so pleased with the business that had gone away. But I did buy it myself, and this is not a sponsored post. However, when I opened the Facebook group last week, the link to that will be below, the lady who makes the boards, her name is Katie, she joined the group and she messaged me to say, would you like a discount code for viewers, and not just for group members, but for viewers of the channel? And I was like, that's amazing. Thank you so much. So the link to my board is in the description box below. And if you use the word Carla, just Carla, C-A-R-L-A, it's on Etsy, you get 20% off of all of Katie's weight loss products. Isn't that amazing? She just messaged me that out of the blue. Again, I'm not on commission. I'm not making money out of Katie, but she offered me a discount code for viewers and Facebook group members. And I just thought that was so lovely of her. So if you're thinking of getting one of these weight loss balls, she does loads of different designs, loads of them. Go and have a look. Go and have a look, see what you think. And you can save 20% by just using the code Carla at the checkout. Isn't that kind of her? I'm a bit manic today. I've just had my breakfast. I'm a bit manic because I'm trying to get a lot of stuff done before I go to work. I need to get this finished and edited before I can leave the house, because normally you would have seen this by now, but I'm behind as usual. I really do. I don't have anything on the horizon now that I can use as an excuse. You know, it was, oh, well, it's going to be Tina's party, and then it's going to be Mum's birthday, and then it's going to be Hitchin weekend. There's nothing. There is nothing on my horizon that I can possibly use as an excuse to I'll start after that. I have to start now and sort this out, because I cannot carry on this downward spiral. I cannot carry on making excuses to eat crap. I cannot carry on believing that I've failed when I haven't, and therefore making myself fail not a compensation. Consequence. As a consequence. I would have been fine several times over the weekend if I had just stopped at the tiny misjudgment that I had made. I would have been fine, but instead of stopping at the tiny misjudgment, I went on and ploughed on ahead. Like we've talked about before, it's not just falling off the wagon, it's setting fire to the wagon and burning the pieces in the woods. On we go. I've got today's meals planned. I keep saying to myself what you should do is plan the week, but I know me, and I know that if I plan the week's food, I won't want to eat it once I've planned it, so I don't think that's the answer for me. But maybe I should try it and see if I don't know me as well as I think I do. Certainly don't know how to control me. Thank you for joining me for today's Calorie Crush. If you've joined the Facebook group, thank you. It's lovely to see you there. It's grown quite steadily already, but the link is down below if you want it. And wish me luck. Wish me luck at getting my bloody self in hand, because we can't carry on like this, can we? We just can't. I'll see you all next week. Take care. Bye for now.